Welcome to the read. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming back or coming. And if this is not your first time, welcome back. So in yesterday's video, just to give a little story time, I was traveling to work. As you can see, I'm back in my normal space, and I was assigned room 221. 221 is my birthday, Pisces season. So I decided to do a read for Pisces yesterday, as well as the collective read. But if I do a read for Pisces, I have to do a read for all signs. So today, Aries, it's your turn. We have a firelit. We have our crystals, our stones. We also have some charms, because I realized that there are, like, I already knew this, but it just came back to my knowledge that, like, there are naked people on these cards, and YouTube may not look at that too favorably. So we have a couple charms here next to us, a little cat and a fish. Again, I'm a Pisces. Sorry. I'll work on getting some other charms. Possibly some smaller stones that I can use as cover-ups. But today, let's read for Aries, please. The highest messages, highest timelines, and only the things for the highest benefit for our Aries collective, our Aries brothers, sisters, theys, and thems. Let's see what the cards have for you today. Pretty smooth shuffle. Nothing's popping out, and that's just fine. I feel like I say that's fine every time. And just, just a little like thing about me. I love jumpers. I really do. I kind of am like, there's some tarot readers that no matter what they do, they get jumpers. I'm like, how are you guys getting jumpers every single shuffle? Like, I mean, every single time they shuffle, they're getting jumpers. Multiple jumpers, and I'm over here like, okay, 1, 2, maybe 3. But you know, it just be like that. It be like that sometimes. If things fall out but they don't fall face up, we don't take them, but we do look. The World, Temperance, and the 6 of Swords. Let's make sure we shuffle those really. I'm gonna just kind of put them randomly back in the deck so they're shuffled up really well. And then if we don't get any jumpers, we're just gonna cut the deck. Can you see the deck? Yep. We're gonna cut the deck and pull from the Tizot. Aries, let's see what the cards are saying. Justice. Temperance. Didn't we just say temperance? And the 7 of Cups. Remember, this is the you position. This is the position of the energy surrounding. And for some reason, I'm getting with the 7 of Cups, even before I go into the Justice, for the 7 of Cups, you are being presented something either emotionally or spiritually. Maybe a lot of opportunities are coming to you, and each of these opportunities hold a different emotional value. Yeah. A different emotional value is attached to each one of these cups. One may make you happy, one may make you sad, one may make you angry, one makes you joyous, one makes you have more of a neutral feeling to it. Whatever it may be, you have some opportunities that are being presented to you. And I think the way that you make, yep, this is a very interesting card to pull out, because I was just going to say that you right here, you are the Justice card. Justice is a Libra card. Cups, water, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And with this Libra card, you are holding the sword of truth and the scales of balance. You also have the Temperance card, which is another card of balance, but more so of balance in the spiritual realm. So I think what's going to be happening is these opportunities are presented to you. And you're going to have to weigh them. You're going to have to weigh whether they're morally good or not good. You're going to have to weigh whether these are right for you or if they're not. And I think the reason why we pulled the High Priestess is because your intuition will tell you. Ultimately, your intuition is going to tell you. We could also have put this in this position in the journey, but for some reason, I'm just going to, I feel like it fits here. I feel like intuition is going to be a theme. So it's very interesting that we have you as the Libra, because Aries and Libras are sister signs. Libra is the sign of justice, of that ultimate balance, always seeking balance, always seeking what's fair and what's right. And sometimes with that responsibility to justice and fairness, sometimes a Libra can get stuck in their own head. Aries now. Aries is the passionate one, the fiery one, the one that takes things into action. Knight of Swords. We usually only take 3 cards for the bottom, but for some reason 4 is feeling right. So it's very interesting that you pulled your sister sign. I think it's also very auspicious that we pulled your sister sign. So Aries, in that passionate, fiery tendency that you have, that very action-oriented ability that you have to take something from idea to action in sometimes literally seconds. It's actually really admirable, that characteristic that you hold. But something is telling me that you might need to lean into your sister sign. Take a second before you move into action. Check in with your intuition. Check in with your moral justice system before making these decisions. Let's keep on going. The journey. The journey is the Queen of Cups to the 5 of Wands to the 5 of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords. What is this telling you about the journey of the opportunities that are coming available to you? One, it's telling you that you're going to have to embody the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, you'll notice that her cup is the only cup that's not opened. It's a closed cup. So this means that she holds her emotions close to her heart and doesn't wear them necessarily on her sleeve. I would say the same thing for the Justice card. The Queen has emotional balance as represented in the Temperance card. And also, you'll notice that on the Queen of Cups stone throne, she's on land, but she's surrounded by water. On her throne are mermaids, little mer babies. How cute. How super cute. I wonder if this card is asking us that to embody a certain amount of emotional maturity and emotional balance as we're making this decision, so that we ultimately make the right decision. Queen of Cups, emotional queen. The reason why I say emotional queen is not because she's a queen, rather because she is the queen of water. Water represented by the cups are our emotions and desires. So it's definitely making sense that she would come up as we're talking about the Seven of Cups. These, and it doesn't necessarily have to be 7 different decisions that you're weighing. It could be one. It could be 2. It could be 3. It could be 10. Yeah, your shuffle is really clean, Aries. Yeah. You go from the 7 of Cups to the 8 of Cups. I absolutely, absolutely, absolutely love the 8 of Cups. One, because not to be a Pisces, but the 8 of Cups is actually my astrological tarot card. We can get into astrological associations with tarot cards at another time, but this is actually my card. So I love this card too, because this is showing somebody who was presented with all of these options and they decided that, ooh, none of these options are filling my cup. None of these options are actually my desire. Aries, maybe that's you. Maybe you maybe you say with your Queen of Cups energy, you say, look, none of these are actually it. I'm going to continue my journey. I'm going to walk away in search of my 9 of Cups. This is not going to be an easy decision. This is not going to be, it's not just, well, I mean, you're an Aries. It might be an easy decision. You may, just have that intuitive hit that none of these options are the right one for you. And you just are able to quickly just say no and walk away. So maybe it won't be that much of a battle. But we did pull the 5 of Wands, so that is something to maybe before you come to the decision, you you have a little bit of an internal back and forth. I won't say battle, but an internal back and forth. Then you go into this 5 of Pentacles energy, which is very interesting. I wonder if, now again, Aries are, let's talk a little bit more about Aries. Aries is the first astrological sign. What a beautiful position to be in. You also pulled the Devil. I think we pulled the Devil in yesterday's reading too. And I just needed a little bit of clarification. Aries is the first astrological sign. So technically, now don't take any offense to this, technically they are the babies of the zodiac, a baby in the most endearing way. They have this young, youthful personality and characteristic about them. And that youthfulness is what they're using in order to make these types of action-oriented movements in their life. But because they are the babies of the zodiac, I wonder if this is a little bit of sulking, because you go from the 5 of Wands to the 5 of Pentacles clarified by the Devil. So I wonder if we kind of, after we decide to walk away from these opportunities, I wonder if we go into a little bit of a phase of like sulking, because you have 5, 5, 15. We're missing one more 5. Do we have a 5 out on the board? 5 out on the board. Technically, the queen is not a 5. She's a 4. But anyways, I wonder if you go into this kind of phase of sulking. You see these two people, they are walking past the very resource that is used to give them charity, give them the relief that they're searching for, but they keep on walking past it, whether they know it's there or whether they just choose to not to acknowledge it. We have the 5 of Pentacles with the Devil card. So I think with this, it's also showing that maybe we are not using our Aries energy to our highest ability and highest level. Maybe we're getting into that, a little bit of that recklessness that Aries can be known for in this decision-making process that technically fell out, but I'm not going to take it because it just fell out of my hand, and that was being clumsy rather than actually a card that was asking to be seen. But it was, I think it was the seven of Swords. Can I get a little bit more clarification on the Devil card? I asked for clarification on the 5 of Pentacles. I got the Devil, and now I need a little bit of clarification on the Devil card. What is the Devil card trying to tell us? Hanged Man. Yep. This is asking you, Aries, to take a pause. Maybe before you walk away, King of Wands. You are truly the King of Wands, Aries. It is asking you to take a pause, change the perspective, look at it from a new way rather than going into, definitely, again, with that Temperance card, the Temperance card and the Justice card and the Intuition card. Aries, this is calling you to use a different set of tools that you do have available to you in order to make this decision. You're used to being able to look at a situation and you just know yes or no immediately, and you move on that, which is a beautiful, as a Pisces, I think that is a beautiful trait to have. But there is no coincidence that your sister sign came out as you in this reading. This reading is asking you to look at your character traits a little bit, not look at your character traits a little bit differently, but look at your character traits and just for a moment, think about what is the opposite. If you're quick, go slow. If you are fiery, how can you bring a little bit of water into, how can you cool down just a little bit? If you're hot with your words, how can you express yourself differently? If you make decisions quickly without review, how do we add that review process into this? And that's what we're getting with the Hanged Man. I think right here, this is saying that we go through a part of the journey where we kind of get into the shadow side of our sign after we have made this decision, and maybe we start to wonder, ooh, did I make the right decision? Was that really the best thing for me to do? But honestly, I think with the Hangman, even if you don't make the quote unquote right decision, you're still able to find, you definitely need to bring a little water into this, a little air into this. Page of Cups. You learn You learn a different method. You learn a different way of relating with the world and the things that surround you. This is also, you have the page. Look at that. You have the page, the knight, the queen, the king. You have the full court card. You are royalty, Aries. You are absolutely 100% royalty. And I beg of thee to use these other methods that are available to you in order to make the decision. Don't go into the Seven of Cups decision super quickly. I think that's what it's telling us. Use your intuition. Temperance card is asking you to find the balance between Libra and Aries. Find that balance, that higher spiritual balance. Queen of Cups, the journey. Protecting your emotions as you're going through this, but also still being open, wearing your emotions on your heart, not necessarily your sleeve with the closed cup. This might be a little bit challenging for you because you're using methods that you don't normally use. But that's how we grow, when we get out of our comfort zone, where we start to employ methods that we see used by other people around us. Not necessarily that we're copying them, but if you're around a set of trusted individuals, and this one has this trait that you don't have, and that one has this other trait that you don't have, you end up becoming the average of the people that you spend the most time around. So it's beneficial to you if you think that you have a good, system of people around you. Look at the ways in which they approach decision making, and maybe there's something that you can gain from them in this process. Yeah, I think that's what it's telling us. Knight of Swords. This process might be happening quickly, as usually it does with you, Aries. Now, again, remember, we're not only reading towards your star sign. You can have Aries in your moon, in your rising, and we all have Aries in our houses. So look at your natal chart and look at which house Aries lies within, and then apply this reading to that particular house or to that particular placement, and see what it actually means when you contextualize it. But if you're an Aries sun, it's definitely asking you to employ different methods in order to get to the same place. I think no matter what, you end up walking away, but I think it's asking you to use a different method than you usually use. Tap into your sister sign, tap into that Libra, tap into that air, Knight of Swords. This is a balanced reading because we do have all elements out, although it is a little bit cups heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. How many cups are on this page? 1, 2, 9, 17, 8. 8 of cups. Look at that. And 8 is, I wonder if we have an infinity symbol. We don't have an infinity symbol on this particular spread, but 8 is just in the infinity symbol turned on its side. So 8 is very business oriented. It is very owning the mastery of skills, like the 8 of Pentacles. And so you have a lot of cups out here. So I think it's asking you to learn how to cool down that fieriness. Don't extinguish it. We still need you, Aries. but maybe looking at some of the ways that you operate in a different light, that hangman, that new perspective. And at the end of the day, honey, remember, you are truly the King of Wands, mature, ownership of passion, ownership of his desires, ownership of his creative process, and being able to use that in order to run his kingdom. You are, I'm going to place this up here. You are certainly the King of Wands with the star at the bottom. Aries, what a good reading. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please leave an Aries sign down in the comments. Let me know what part stood out to you. If you want a reading, email me. My email is in the description box. And also, I would love to hear from you via comments or via email, however it is. But again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your space. Thanks for your attention. And I'll see you in the next one.